Holy shit. Dude, I have been following this game's development for over a year and a half, and it just got officially released on Steam. Oh my god, I don't even have I don't have any of the things properly done. Okay, there's the game. I'm excited for game. I'm just that's gonna be my, you know what? I don't care. I'm okay, the game. Sorry. I'm so excited. Okay, the game is called Virago. It is about what it's like to grow up as a woman, and just the feedback that the creator has taken, the way it was has created, the style of the game, everything about it I absolutely love. Oh my goodness. Why does it say I'm playing Martha's Dead? No, 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 no. That was last stream. I'm playing Virago. There's 0 viewers on it because it's not a known game, but I don't care. I'm so excited. Okay, wait. No, 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 no. Wait, studio gaming. Oh my god. 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 I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm very excited. I shouldn't be this excited, but I am very excited. Okay, 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 okay. Ah, look, look at it. Look at all of its, look at its glory. Look at it. Look, look, look. Okay, wait. I literally haven't looked at anything. I got the notification that it was like, I got a I follow the creator on Twitter, and I got the notification that it was officially released on Steam, and I just immediately bought it. I have I don't think it's even been released for like 2 seconds. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Okay. I don't have controllers. Game only saves when you exit game. Okay. Back. I'm hi. Hi. I'm excited. I'm excited to play a game. Why is the chat so small? Hold on. Okay. I don't think this game's been low level. Start.
They try to latch
Jesus.
onto the last memories that they held before they became one in darkness, crawling into the euphoria that is within us all, only to find that the demons lie like bodyguards with chains around their neck, ready to bring anyone in who dares. Palpitating hearts and contradicting remarks about what it is that we are sent to do in this lonely and scary terrain. Impose upon them the dangers of Virago, for they will see what lies within.
Oh my god. That was... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, you missed me. You missed my initial excitement, but why is chat so pixely? Is it? It is. Why is it so pixely? Okay, hold on. Okay. Turn down. I literally I got the game within seconds of its launch and immediately streamed. So I have 0 preparations. Apologies. And it's way too bright too. Oof. Okay, well that's not at all good. Okay, wait. I can see that. Thank you. No, that is okay. I'm struggling. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Bye bye chat. And then hello. That's way too big. Oh god. Okay. Speak. Chat has deceived. You know what? Shut the fuck up, Nyback. You know what? That's good enough. I don't care. That works. I perfect. All right, we're leaving it as that. Let's I turned it down. Ah! Okay. This game is a self-made game. So, I do not expect it to be absolutely amazing. Okay, what am I This is not helpful. I am on keyboard. Okay.
Bueno.
Peace of mind is obtained by ignoring problems with them. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Already have a stalker behind me, that's fine. Okay. Never mind. Off we go. Off we go. What? Okay. What did I do? What did I just do? What the fuck? Ah! No. Okay. Oh, it's I have to jump over shit? Oh, that is... I can't see anything. Am I supposed to be... What am I supposed to be doing? I don't know. I saw like 2% of that. Oh! That's the guy we walked past before. Okay. Just the friendly neighborhood star. What the fuck? What happened? What did I do? Why are the footsteps so incredibly loud? Where did he appear from? Where did he come from? What did I do? Okay. I ran out of speed, I think? Where does he come from? He just comes from the stoplight. And then... What? I'm so confused. He came from here. This fucking soul. It's nasty. What the fuck? Okay, I know there's a speed meter, but it's gone. What did I do? Why is it gone? Shift, run, space, jump, move, action. What the fuck is on? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, well then what do you want me to do? Sprint once he's after me? That's not helpful. He's already seen me. I'm scared. Why? Okay. Well, I made it further. I just don't know what I did different. Okay, what we need to do... What did I do? What the fuck? Okay. Go left then. What, go back towards the police and run into him? Hey, stalker man, what's up? Oh. That didn't work. Okay. I just walked past him. What? Okay. What? What the fuck? What the fuck? What did I do? Okay. 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 Yes, man's getting arrested. We realized. Who the fuck knows why? I think he was the rapist. I don't know. I'm running. Okay. What did I do? Wait. Okay, what did I do differently that one time? What happened? I'm so confused. Okay. I don't want to get kidnapped, but I'm also getting restarted, so I don't... These cars are gonna annoy the living shit out of me. What the fuck? When the police car arrives. Does it? Is it the police car or that specific part that I walked to? Don't I want the police? There's a dude chasing me. No, there wasn't police that time. The fuck? What the fuck? Okay. I need hints. I already need hints. Help. Help. What did I do? What did I do? Hold right click and what the fuck is right click gonna do? I'm using the arrow keys. Arrow keys to walk, space to jump. You want me to jump? Do I jump over him? Can I jump over him? Is that what I'm meant to do? There we go. I thought it actually worked for a second. There, hint on the wall. Look, what? Oh, it just tells me to shift. I've been doing it. It tells me shift to run, but I've been doing that. Spam the shift meter, maybe? Okay. It is just bullying me. Ow, speed meter, and then fear meter. Yes, I'm scared. I understand. Okay. There was one point where I got to it like a town where there was stores, and then I don't. What? If I turn back and look at him, will he stop? Oh no, because then he just... You need to be scared, maybe? Why would I need to be scared? Why would I need to be scared? Why would I want that? I like the cute little bow, though. Do you see that? Boing. 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 Okay. What? What? What do? Okay. Okay. Run and jump. That's not helpful. That's not gonna do anything. What do I? What had? Maybe. I'm trying to think, and I don't do well with that. Superpower. Wait, is it really? Wait. Oh. Why is the jump so? Why? Okay, I know C, Z, and X do something. God. Man, they really... This kid really did a lot of workouts on that Razor scooter, huh? Okay. Left shift to run. Okay. Well, their leg day is helpful for running, but... I mean, jumping, but not for running. I would like... I don't know what to do. What am I meant to do? Please. Sir. What if I walk by? No, okay. Restart? Can I restart? Oh. Maybe it's a bug. I don't... Well, I made it past. I made it past. Okay. Oh. 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 I already broke it. I've already broken it. I am stuck. And I am floating. I have already fucking broke. Why did I disappear? Okay. Okay, can I like exit and save? What does that do? Load level. What? Why does he wiggle when he walks? Do you see that? It's still, why? Okay. We've deemed this guy wiggle worm. Creepy wiggle worm man. Creepy wiggle worm man. Why does he wiggle? No. I want to play this game so badly. I've been following its development for like a year and a half. Please. Please. Oh. Car, sir. Why can I run as fast as the car? Yes, I'm scared. What if I just... Okay. I did do that. He just, at the start, that's what I did last time, and then I broke it. Oh, okay. Well, it didn't break, but I can't. Hey, sir. Can you, like, stop reprimanding this man and follow me for, like, 3 seconds. Every white triangle? What? Okay, so he appeared at the white triangle. Okay. I didn't even get to make it to the white triangle. It's always- is it always that triangle? Oh, rectangle. I'm dyslexic! Leave me alone. Go, This game is not meant to be a rage game. This is meant to be a meaningful game where it's like telling you about telling you long yellow fruit rage horror game. It's okay. I don't know why I started scatting, but it's fine. Okay, so he appears here, right? Left shift. What if I right shift? No. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go back and watch what the fuck I did when I made it like 2 seconds past the rectangle. Rectangle. It's called a rectangle. And see what the fuck I did. I've been on this part for over 10 minutes. It is literally the second level of the game, and I've been on this for 10 minutes. That's so sad. What did I do? What do I do? What? Why did I sing the Nickelodeon theme song? I do not know. Wait, I can't even find. I did make it past the rectangle, right? I'm not crazy. I did do that. I think I did. Yeah, because then there was a town, and I was like, oh my god, people, I'm saved. I'm in public. And then I just got. Okay. I just got shit on, is what happened. It was only for like a millisecond, though. So I don't. I'm okay, I'm too impatient and I can't find it. What do. Can I like scream or something at a driving by car? Why is Streamloots talking? Shut up. I can't. What? Spam jump. That doesn't. Just stop walking completely? Okay. I thought that worked. I was literally gonna slam my head into my desk. I thought that worked. I... So confused. Stalk the man. Uno reverse the guy. Follow him. Uno Hey man. No, okay. Is he not following me? Is he just a creepy dude that's happened to appear out of the fucking abyss and chose to go the same direction as me? He needs to stay on my screen. He's staying on my screen, alright. Maybe he needs to get off my screen? Like, do I just... I can't look! Person, hello. Oh. What the fuck did I do? I did something. I don't know what I did. What? I don't know. I just scared the shit out of my dog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm confused. Why are there two cars overlapping each other? I don't think that's illegal. What did I do? What did I do wrong? Okay, I know I sprinted and all the way out of the speed meter. So do that. Okay. Special thanks to some people. Hey man! Oh my god! Thank you, random beard man. I love you, random beard man. You are my savior. I would kiss you if it wasn't illegal because I look like I'm 8 years old. It's alright now. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are a sweetheart. Am I allowed to move? Wait, what are the special things? Tan, WN, Dagger, Gardener, Hot Joy. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is... No! No! What the fuck? No, I'm okay. Thank you, Macy. I'm okay. My dog just jumped onto me. I'm okay, thank you. It's fine. I'm just in a lot of distress at the moment. Ow! Why did you have to slap me with your fucking tail? That's so rude. Anyway, run. Okay. Mr. Beardman, you betrayed me. And I don't appreciate it. Why did you betray me? Like, what? What did I do? How did I do it? What did I do? What did I do that worked? I'm so confused. Sprint? Get rid of the spear meter, right? And then special thanks, man, beard man. Oh. You know what? I'm not taking any chances. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Thank you, Mr. Beard. Oh my god. Okay, why do I have a ghost? Why am I chasing my ghost? What's happening? What? Creepy forest. Ooh, chasing my ghost. My ghost is jumping on logs. Don't fall in the water. Water's deadly. Maybe that's how my ghost died. Is that how I died? Because I drowned? Why can't I do simple jumps? Oh my god. I am horrible. Why can't... It isn't the greatest thing to do. Well, it's myself, so technically it's... Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I'm pretty sure it's TOS. So never mind. Jumping on logs. Jumping on the logs. Yeah! I lost my ghost. Oh. Hello? Oh! Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. There's a bear trap. There's multiple bear traps. Why are there so many bear traps? Are they all gone? I don't see any more. Did I die to bear traps or drowning? What the fuck? What is this? You know what? Oh, I'm in the cart. I'm in the cart. Okay. Oh. Oh, oh, I'm being chased. Oh, I'm being chased. Oh, I'm being chased. Woman, woman help, woman help, woman help. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Go, 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 go. Woman, 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 woman. Oh, there's a creepy dude. Woman, woman, there's a creepy dude behind a lamppost, and there's a dude doing this, and I don't... No, 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 no. Why? 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 Okay. What if I just stop directly at the woman's ass? There we go. Okay. I don't like... Thank you, woman. You're very... I'm alright, thank you. It's not safe here. I will gladly follow you. Let's go. Yeah. Look at her ass. Oh, you fucking pervs. I hope you're not talking to the 8-year-old. Because then that's even worse. Oh, you poor lady. I'm so sorry. Okay. Can I this is fine. Staircase. Whoop-de-doo. Creepy music. Why is there creepy music? Why is there creepy music? Oh, that's a knife. That's a knife. Okay. That's a new threat I didn't know would happen. Oh. I'm 8 years old. Exactly. Oh, I'm a teenager? Facts. Speaking true facts. I didn't know I was a teenager, though. Okay. Knife dude showed up again. I don't know. Alright. Back in a forest. Okay. Follow me, I know the... Okay. Thank you. Of the girl herself? Oh, okay, maybe. I think I drowned again. Ignore that. Is the knife man gonna pop up again? There he is. Follow me, I know the way out. Okay. Following. It's not good for you. Wow. Oh. Are we not gonna question the fact that that person's just tied up there? Whoa, okay. Oh. You're helping me jump up, I think? Are you? What is happening? What is this? There we go. Do I just leave you now? Okay. Thank you. Oh no, am I all the way at the start? Okay, no, it's back to the spider. I can't sprint. I can't sprint. I can't sprint. I can't sprint. Why can't I sprint? Why can't I sprint? Why can't I sprint? Oh, did I die? No. Okay. Did he just take a picture of me? What the fuck was that? What? Just run past the guy taking a picture, I guess. See ya. Whoa! Okay. Oh, was that a police? A police. Was that a police? Was that a policeman? It was not a policeman. It was in fact a guy with a gun. Okay. Y'all saw it. You saw his eyes, right? Look at that! Right there! Right there! Oh! Okay. Why is this little girl out at night? Where are your parents? What do I do about this guy? No! Okay. Okay. So there's the guy from before that's in the car driving past us. Is he like trying to kidnap us or something? Okay. I'm so confused. I'm gonna get stuck on this level again, aren't I? Sprint. Bye. Bye. Stop taking pictures of me. Fucking perv. Perv. You're all perverts. How did I die? Why did jumping over the police actually work, though? No, 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 no. Excuse... Didn't work that time. Okay. I can't tell if I'm horrible at the game, or if this just has, like, a bad setup for the scenarios. I can't tell. Either or, it's cool. Yeah, just creeping people. See ya. What did I do? What did I do? I don't understand. What happened? Okay, so I can't touch the policeman. You know what? We're just gonna call him Gun Guy. I think it's a gun, right? Okay. He looks like a police officer, though, doesn't he? I'm not crazy. Well, that's debatable. Okay. Okay, so it's not just me. I am dying ridiculous amount. Oop, hi. Oh. Achoo, hello. Hi, thank you. I'm playing a game that I'm failing at. Oh, I did it, actually. Never mind. Oh. It's a game about what it's like to live as a girl, and I keep repeatedly dying to... That's a spider. That's a spider. Oh, that was a bear trap. There's a lot of faults of the game, probably because it literally was released 2 seconds before I started stream, because I was too excited about it to wait. But... I hate spiders. I hate spiders. I hate spiders. I hate spiders. I'm fine with them in... Did that spider just fall off the cliff? You know what? We're not gonna talk about the car. We're not gonna talk about the spider. We're just gonna keep on going. Yep. I don't know what that... What the fuck? What the fuck? Did I just die to a tree branch? What? My name's Willow. Okay. Oh, he just gave me a knife. Oh. See. Oh. Oh. I have a weapon now, bitches. I'm gonna stab the spider. That's what's gonna happen. You can't stop me. I'm gonna can I stab it? Yeah! Oh, I died. I want to stab the spider, though. Stab it. I pressed C! I am going to stab the spider. I don't care. Yeah! I don't know what those noises were. I'm sorry. What the fuck was that? Am I supposed to jump over that? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, I just go backwards. Like that. Okay. Problem solving skills. I have those. Oh. Sorry, my dog was scratching at my door. I had to let her out before I went insane. Okay. Oh. Back to dealing with the spider. I got this. Oh. I actually do got this. It's fine. Oh. Why are there so many branches that want to kill me? Why am I dying to branches of all things? Okay, I have to time the knife perfectly because it has like a slight delay. Oh my god. I'm struggling at the moment. Okay. Why can't I just frantically wave the knife around? Why does it have... I did it. Okay. Now how do I not die to the branch? What the fuck? Okay. This game is great, I promise. It just has a lot of work to do. Okay. I'm looking out for the branches. How do I get out? Okay, there we go. No! No! Oh. Psych. Hey man, thank you for the knife. I appreciate it. I got to stab some spiders. Oh. I'm sure you're wondering who I am and why. I would appreciate knowing that. Hi, Diane. I'm Willow. I didn't know that. Oh wait, we did. I'm trapped in my brain. Okay. How do you know how do you know the way around my brain? How does that work? How does that work? Wait. What the fuck? No! No! Sorry. Diane, no! You got shot. Oh no, I'm crying. Oh, I'm sad. Oh no. Look, I have tears. Did my hair always have that silhouette? Because it looks like a crab claw. Did it not? It looked like a crab claw, right? Oh, it's... Oh, okay. We have flashlights now. Okay. Why... Why can I just... full on 360 it? Whoa! Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We got this. It's alright. Creepy, lamp. Am I in my house? Chick. Oh! My silences had not protected me. Your silence will not protect you. Okay. Oh, why are there so many chairs? Okay. You must give everything to make your life. Wait, is that a hanging? Oh, it's a knocked over chair. Okay, I understand now. Your life is beautiful as the dreams that dance in your imagination. Whoop-de-doo. Is this my chair now? No, that's so fucking dark. What the fuck? Okay. Can I just jump over the chair? I don't wanna do that. Oh, what the fuck? Why did I just float into the air? Oh. Oh, I have a knife now! I have a knife in real life! Yeah! It's been 40 minutes. Really? I will stab all of you freaky fucks. You walk at me for 2 seconds, what? Okay. Maybe I don't stab him. I'm gonna stab him. I don't care. I will stab you. What the Can I not stab him? What if I jump over you? Haha. Bitch. Get up. Ooh, he has a knife too. Okay. So I guess we run in the opposite direction. How did you manage to finish the second level? I have no fucking clue. Am I supposed to, like, stab and run? Ugh. I think I'm supposed to, like, slowly kill him. Is that what I'm meant to do? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna run. Let's try just running away. I will frantically wave my knife, but I'm gonna run. See ya. Right? Like, can I, like... I can't use my flashlight out here. Oh no, I do have to kill him. I can't leave. Okay. This is gonna be difficult. Okay. Oh god. I don't know how to... I can't because there's a border on this side too, right? I'm pretty... Yeah, I can't. Stab him in the back. I can't. He has a brain cell. He changes directions. No. Okay. How do I do this? I hit him! Stay on his head? Wait, do you think I can? Wait. Wait, I need to walk with him. Wait. Come here, dude. Come on, we're gonna go on an adventure. Ready? You're gonna be like a horse. Let's go. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's stab this guy. Okay. He needs to get really close. I'm so confused. How am I gonna do this? His hitbox is like a lot smaller than mine. What the fuck? I can't sprint, and I don't have a fear meter anymore. I just have a knife. How? Okay, well, if he get... Come on, sir. Stab away. Come on. Nice. Stab. Stab. He's not stabbing anymore. Oh! Okay. How many hits do you think it'll be? Do you think it'll be like a Mario boss? Like 3 hits? I don't want him to get close to me and lose. No! Sir, please, just let me stab him. I'm pretty sure I'm stabbing him in the dick. Am I stabbing him in the dick? Wait. Ooh. I'm trying to hit and run and it's not... Come here. Come on, dude. Oh my god. Please. Okay. There's a delay when I hit C for it to stab, right? And then on top of that, if he's like even close to touching me, I'm dead. But I have to be close to touching him to stab him. So I have to wait, I have to time the delay and time it and like run. I'm so... Okay. I'm set on finishing this game. Ooh. I don't think that's how it... You know what? I'll try it. Why not? I have to swing at him first, or else he doesn't swing at me. Oh no, he does. Okay. Swing one more time, dude. Come on. Swing again. Alright. Because even if I... Look, if I stay still and he... Because he still stabs me no matter what. Stab me. Why can't I just shine a flashlight in his eyes? Throw the knife at him. Maybe that'll work. I mean, it's not gonna be as effective as losing his ability to have kids. Come on, that totally hit him there. Okay. I hit him 2 times. It's not a Mario boss. I have to hit him more than 3 times. Okay. Oh my gosh! I killed him! Child murder! Oh.
What's that I hear? My heart pounding through my chest. My hands dripping of sweat. Butterflies in my stomach, but more like pests.
Do I become a serial killer?
Please wake me up so I rest. If this isn't a dream, I might as well be laid to rest.
Why am I in jail? Did I get put in jail? Wait, no, okay, no, I'm just on a sidewalk. By a car. Multiple cars. Many cars? Oh, police. Where's the dead body? A grown woman's voice for a child. Maybe it's like looking back upon her life as a child, or you don't know. It's oh. What the fuck? What, are you supposed to have been trying to help me this entire time? Yeah, 'cause you're fucking creepy. Or are you gonna be revealed to be the person in the brain? So I'm not a bad guy, whether you like it or not. You're waiting till I'm literally incapacitated? Incapacitated? What the fuck is the word? In a hospital to be able to talk to you. Okay. Now I am tied up in his backseat. This is gonna go lovely. Okay. Is no one questioning the fact that the guy I stabbed is taking me home? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did he just die? What? It's incapacitated? Okay. I'm so confused. Find the hidden key to escape. How do I find the hidden key? What? Okay. Okay, so I move the thing side to side. Okay. Okay. Fridge? No. Tape. Chair? Chair. It's not. Okay. Dresser. Not the dresser. This dresser. No. This kid. Why is there a lamp on the bed? What the fuck? This guy has some really confusing living arrangements. Is it in the toilet? Okay. Okay. We gotta... I hope it isn't, like, randomized each time or we're fucked. Okay, and that's not it either. Oh wait, there's a key in the top left corner. Wait. Oh, I found it. What the fuck? Wait, what? Where was the key? When did I get the key? What? Oh, I don't have a knife anymore. Or a flashlight. Okay. Okay. Alright, creepy dude. Creepy dudes everywhere. Jumping over trash cans. That's how life goes. Whoop, dee doo. What? Okay. This game... Oh, I was being chased! Okay. Fuck off. Creeper. Okay. So I gotta watch for the creepers that pop up. I gotta not get my picture taken. Oh, what? My Amazon package was delivered! Oh my goodness! I am so excited. Okay. What the fuck? How? What am I doing differently? Why is there two trash cans next to each other? Why do I have to jump over them, but he doesn't? I don't understand. I don't Ma'am! Yeah, we're cousins! Yeah, that's my cousin, dude. Why would you do that? Yeah, that's right. What the? Oh, she gave me pepper spray! Thank you! Such a sweetheart. Love you. Bye. Okay. What? Wait. Okay. Get out of my... Oh. Okay. Get out of my way, bitch. Get out of my way, bitch. What did I... What? Okay. Ooh, wait, what's that? Oh, it was behind the towel? Why was the key behind the towel? How does that make sense? What? Okay. I mean, because drugs. Alright, this is fine. Pepper sprayed, bitch. Yeah, I know it's Z and X, but like... Oh. Excuse me, sir. What the fuck? How am I supposed to anticipate when trash bags are gonna fall on my head? Okay. Can I sprint? Oh, I can sprint. Okay. Can I just sprint when I see it? Nope. Okay. I cannot sprint when I see a trash bag. That is not how that works. Why are there so many trash bags? Where am I that there's so many trash bags falling on my head? Oh my god. Oh, I wasn't even... okay. This is fine. New York! I mean, honestly, I wouldn't put it past them. New York is fucking New York. I got nothing to say. New York is New York. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not gonna rage because it's a meaningful game about what it's like to live as a woman, and I should be spreading awareness and being like, look at how horrible this is. I have to defend myself as an 8-year-old with pepper spray and a knife. And I'm not gonna get mad that trash bags are falling on my head. And I'm going to do this game properly. No. Oh. Why did I walk into him? Okay, it's fine. Pepper spray. Jump. Pepper spray. Okay. At least the trash bags are like dropping around the same time, so I can like... Okay. I mean, they could be body bags, but okay. I'm not gonna make that assumption. I'm going to call them trash bags. They could be teardrops too. What? How? What if I just use the entire spray bottle on him? Oh. He becomes immune to it, is what we've learned. No! Ugh. Okay. Why are there so many? Oh my goodness. This is peak entertainment. I couldn't be... What? I'm gonna have to like play Stardew Valley or something after this to keep me sane. I'm how? Okay. So, dodge, dodge, run. Dodge, dodge, run. Okay. Maybe sprint. Okay. Oh. My sanity is depleting. Why am I horrible at this game? No! Oh. Okay. My hand-eye coordination is not the best. Oh. No! What the... Okay. I should have a sanity meter. Like how the games have a speed meter or a fear meter, I should have one, but for my stream. And not even just for this game, just constantly have a speed meter. Speed sanity meter. That, just constant. Doesn't even have to be for horror games. It could just be for a chill Minecraft stream. Just sanity meter. How high is it? How low is it? Never know. I'll pay someone to make me a Fucking doodle bob. Why is he faster than me? I don't appreciate that. What? Okay. Just go breathe for a second. You know? Like, just... breathe. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Everything. Why sanity? Because... I can't. I'm so excited for this. No. Okay, what was that? That was completely my fault. I don't know what my thought process was. What? You know what? I'm just gonna hold sprint after that bag. I like how it's controller compatible. I like that. It's just a small thing. Everything's fine. Dodge faster, shut the fuck up. Eat my toe. Specifically, the middle one that is slightly longer than my big toe. There wasn't anything near me! Why? Why? Okay. I rocked at dodgeball as a kid, okay? This is fine. There's two guys now? Oh. Oh. Why is the dog leading me to my kidnapper? What the fuck? What the fuck, dog? Why would you do that to me? Oh. Alright. What? Is this game meant to make my sanity deplete? Because it's doing great job at it. Okay. What the fuck? I'm This is fine. This is fine. What if I, like... What? Ah! Why? 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 What? It's a game of whack fuck. What? Can I crouch? Is there another way? Okay. This is so much. Okay. Oh. Oh my god. Can I swim? I can swim? I think I broke it. I think I broke it. I don't think this is how this was intended. I think I broke it. What the fuck? We're going to infinity and beyond, I guess. What the fuck? Ugh. Okay. Send my entire stream. Just send the entire stream to the person on Twitter. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, bit. About to ear rape all of you. Oh. There's so many. So. Everything's fine. It's okay. Everything is okay. Can I skip this? Is there a skip feature? Why is there just a random bullet? Where is it coming from? Why? Why? Why any of this? Oh my gosh. Oh. I'm gonna start going insane. You know what? I'm just hold on. I'm just gonna I'll just wait. I have a great playlist for this. VOD won't be able to hear it, but it's fine, cause who watches my VODs? Nobody. There we go. This is fine. This is fine. Oh shit. Okay. Beat boot music. Okay. It's fine. How am I supposed to jump over that? How am I meant to jump over that bit? What's the name of it? It's the Pokemon Red and Blue theme. You think oh, I can push the box! Can I take it with me or something? Can I jump in the tree or... That's not possible, right? Right. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Everything about this. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is 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 fine. I know, it literally came out 2 seconds before I streamed. Which is why it has so many bugs. I've been following the development of this game for like a year and a half. And, the developer posted on Twitter that it was finally released on Steam, and I was just like, I need to play it. And I was like, why not stream it? And that's why there's so much bugs and so much chaos that I'm going to cry. Why can't I just go in the water and swim away? Huh? Why not? Why? It feels like Mario Customs. That's not a compliment. Why is there a bullet? Why are there spikes? Why is there a random hole in the ground that I can fall into that ends up leading to water? Why does a branch fall? Why do I float when I die? Oh my goodness. I'd rather play Mario Custom Made Worlds at this point. I would rather do Mario Maker speedruns. How do I get past this bit? That's my question. Oh my god, oh my god. Maybe this game isn't all that great. maybe it's not that fun. Maybe it's gonna shoot somebody. And it's not gonna be myself. Even though I'm debating it. I'm sorry. Pretend I didn't say that. Can you even play Super Mario on the PC? I don't think you can. Mario Maker PC. You cannot. It's only on Nintendo. Honestly, I want to play this game again when it's had like all the bug fixes, because it has a great concept and I love it. But I don't like how it's executed. It's making me want to cry. Watch, there's some stupid solution to all of this and I'm just... Okay, you can't walk backwards. I was gonna be like, watch, this entire time all I had to do was walk backwards. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Why is that the entire song? Why is there so much Woolbirds live? What? Who? Never mind. I know who you're talking about. I said who? Bum, 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 bum. I can't. I can't. I, I, I can't. I can't. Oh, I just realized a Mr. Corn on the Cob followed me. Sorry that I missed that. I'm. What, I don't, what, had, what, ha, ha. What if I go back to playing that horror game with the murdered person? Bum, 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 bum. You know what? I am. We're gonna play the horror game that I played last stream, and it's gonna go amazingly, and nothing's gonna go wrong because it's an absolute amazing game and not at all horrible and doesn't make me question my sanity as much as I question my sanity playing this game. It's gonna go great. It won't load though. I have 4 playtime hours on the last game. On Martha is Dead. What if I ban stream elements? Has it been saying stuff? I don't see it saying shit. Oh, you just want to ban stream element because fuck you. No. Okay, this music is really loud. He did. Okay. There you go. It's been timed out for 600 seconds. Okay, the music is too loud. The beep boop music helped for only so much. We're just chatting right now because I gave up. I fucking gave up. How would I even do that? How would I have jumped over the thingy? The like force spike. Stop giving up. Stop being patronizing. Games are effort. Causing chaos is better. I mean, I flirted with the demon in Martha is Dead. It didn't go too well for me, but I did do it. Were you not? I don't know. I don't remember if you were there for that Neptune. I played like 4 hours of Martha is Dead, and there was a lot of. You did. You missed it. It was. It's very scary. It was also late in the day, so my room was dark. Wasn't very helpful. I'm so disappointed. I would say watch the VOD, but I'm not entertained by VODs, so I'm not gonna expect other people to be entertained by VODs. Wait. Okay. Why won't the game download? Why are you taking so fucking long? Do I have a bunch of shit open or something? I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed, said every adult ever. Oh, you just. I'm not kidding. I didn't read your message, said every adult ever. I only read the first one, and my response was just said every adult ever. But you happen to have said the exact same thing. So that's just 57 minutes ago. What's 57 minutes ago? Yes, a 2 rated, and it was during the like second level where I was having a breakdown. And I said thank you, and I tried to do a quick summary, and it didn't go too well because I was raging. But they did raid. I watched a few of their streams, so that was pretty surreal. Um, Hopefully they are not still watching because then that would be very awkward. But I have watched a few of their streams, so it is very surreal that they rated me, but that's fine. That's fine. Why is it taking so long? Why do you have to update? What are you updating? What do you need to update about the horror game? Oh, music stopped. Never mind, it's back. I'm literally I'm gonna what do okay. What could I have done on that level is what I was trying to say, but I got stuck in a loop like a broken record. What could I have done? Genuinely. I don't understand. Cocaine. Okay. I mean, fair enough. But at the same time, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that works. That's fine. Of course, as soon as I do that, the game fucking finishes updating. Okay, whatever. Cocaine. There were like 7 spikes in a row, and I can't jump that far. So how do... And I couldn't pick up the, thingy. I couldn't pick up the box. Stupid game having awful timing. Maybe? I don't know. I couldn't swim. Maybe they didn't do like a test playthrough, which is really weird to not have done when you're publishing a game, but maybe that's it. I don't know. Oh, it loaded. Okay, hold on. You ready to watch this horrible mess of... Oh my god, I love this one. Okay, no more music. Sorry. Swimming, no. Jumping an excessive distance, also no. Rage, yes. Yeah, that was literally the entire stream at that point. Okay. Is it quiet? I can't tell. Oh, one thing about this game, the loading takes for fucking ever. I could tell, like, 18% of the entire stream was watching this repeatedly. Just in and out. I'm pretty sure there's a naked... I've tried, like, figuring out what the images are. I'm pretty sure there's a naked woman at one point. Like, literally just straight vagina. But with no details. Like, kind of like a Barbie doll. I'm pretty sure it shows that at one point. There's also some, like, yes, there's a naked woman. Okay, it's not just me. It's not just me being gay. But there is a naked woman. Okay, sweet. The Barbie doll. It is. If I could like take a perfectly timed screenshot to show you, it literally is like a Barbie doll. There's no anything. It's just outline with. Aren't we all gay? Aren't we all just a little gay? Aren't we all? How do okay? There was someone with a trench coat. There was some people making out. I saw making out. I saw chains. I don't want to know what the chains were about. Why did I stop playing this last time? Oh, I also I also rage quit because I couldn't find the key. I also rage quit when I was playing this game last time. So, oh wait, did it load? I thought I heard something. Did it load? I think it loaded. It's loading. Well, it stopped the loading screen. No, okay. Never mind. Ugh. Rage all day. That doesn't seem like a very good thing for my mental health. It's already depleted. Ooh. Was that Medusa or was her hair on fire? I think her hair was on fire. No, but that made me sad. Virago, I was so genuinely excited to play that. I was up from the beginning of the game all the way till release. I bought it and I was like, "Oh my god, this is going to be great." I've been so excited. So I'm genuinely sad that there were so many bugs or things that were so hard or barely achievable. Like that, like the second level where I still don't know how I did that. I still don't know what I did wrong or what I did right. I don't understand. I feel like they should probably just make it more clear, but I don't. I'm not a game developer, so I can't say anything. Oh, we are still in the just chatting category. Well, I mean, honestly, with how long it's taking to load, we might as well be in the just chatting category. How many people are doing Martha is Dead right now? 19.7 thousand viewers. Lovely. Bum, 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 bum. I don't. When did Mr. Corn on the Cob follow me? I remember hearing the Achu raid. I do not remember the Corn on the Cob. Do I have something open? Because it would take long, but it wouldn't take this long, right? Oh god. I tried tapping out and I just fucked it. Oh. My sister texted me. Not my sister. Why the fuck did I say my sister? My friend. Did it freeze? I think I froze it. Oh no, my stream in general is lagging. Oh no. Oh. Help. My computer is just being completely fucked in the ass right now. Wait, let me pull up my stream. Is it lagging? Because I feel like it's lagging. Yeah, I'm just staring into abyss. I thought I muted you, Stream Elements. Shut up. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. It's very laggy, but it's not broken. So I'm taking that as a success. Although I would appreciate it loading up so that I can flirt with the demon lady again. I miss her. She was very lovely. Can load please? Please load. I'd appreciate it. Please. 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 Computer. You're shitty, but you're not that shitty. Come on now. Maybe if I I was really gay with her last. Don't ban Stream Elements. Okay. I'll just unban it after stream. Bum, 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 bum. Oh god. Oops. What do you mean oops? How do you... Okay. Okay. So, I cannot open the game as I've tabbed out. It has not opened back up. Oh no. Reflex. You mean refresh? I'd close and reopen it, but this entire time it's been opening. So, would that be a good or bad idea? Is the true question. Why is it being so horrid to me? Computer, please. I beg of you. Please. 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 Oh, 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 oh. Is it closing? Is it closing? Never mind. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything is a-okay. I'm about to pull up some fucking videos and just watch some videos. I kid you not. What if I go into Steam and click stop instead of close window? You think that'll work? I'm gonna try it. Oh, it worked! Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Okay. You didn't... Thank you for telling me what you needed while you were leaving. I appreciate the information. This is so entertaining. Unentertaining? One of those. It's boring. This is so boring, is what this is. Buy a second screen? No. I'm not rich. Okay. I am loading up the game again. Can it please not be a nuisance? I'd appreciate that. Oh, okay, maybe. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Wired Productions, LKA. Can you see it? Wait. I don't know if you can even see it. Martha is dead. She's deceased. I don't think you can see it. Oh no, you can. Okay. At least OBS says it can. Okay. Attempt number 2. Maybe can I turn down graphics a bit? Okay. Let's do like vegetation. What the fuck does that mean? VSync is off, right? Yeah. We're gonna turn everything to low for right now, so that maybe it can fucking load. And then I'll change it. Oh, I just hit start instead of continue. Fuck. Fuck! No! 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 Do not make me restart! Please! 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 No, 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 no. 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 I'm not restarting. Nope. That's not fucking happening. No. 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 I'm closing the game. Nope. Mm-mm. I swear to God. Oh my. Why? 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 I just want to play horror game. Oh, I should probably add that this is a horror game to this stream title. God forbid someone joins and then sees blood gushing all over the screen. There we go. That's fine, right? Yeah, that works. Martha died, but who the fuck is Martha? Okay. I'm gonna hit continue this time. And it... Oh. Alright, back to staring endlessly. And can I play music on my phone? Is that an option? Because I cannot deal with the silence. It's making me go... I'm physically in pain. I am in physical pain. Nintendo? I thought Nintendo was literally the definition of copyright. What? Okay, I don't know what that means. Oh wait, what was a Chu streaming? Already Chu. Oh, they were just streaming Minecraft. Just some simple Minecraft. Oh my god. Now we're gonna be here waiting for it to load for eternity again. You know, in the meantime, why don't I look up where the fuck the key is so that I don't join and instantly rage quit again? Which will inevitably happen, but maybe it won't happen on the key. How the fuck do you spell Martha? Martha is dead. Grandma key. When searching around, Martha is dead. Pink key location. Oh, wait. I heard something. Did it load? I don't think it loaded. Damn. Fuck. I'm so impatient. Can you tell? Is it obvious how impatient I am? Because I'm really fucking impatient. Oh my goodness. When her twin sister Julia lifts the lid on her sister's murder, it turns out that the suspect may be closer than she first thought. Hey, I'm not that far into the game. I just want to know the location of a fucking key. After Martha's trip to see her sister body in the grave. You want me to go to a graveyard? Huh? Please, why? Why is it? Okay. Never mind. Please, I just want to play funny horror game. Why is it showing me the start screen? Hello? Why am I looking at the start screen? Okay, I'm about to give up and just leave. I'm way too impatient for this. I am way too impatient. Okay. Nope. Nope. It's taking way too fucking long. I don't think I'll finish this on stream. I am gonna finish this game, but I don't think I'm gonna finish it on stream because, well, this it takes forever just to start playing. It was fine last time though. It was laggy a lot, but I fixed it after I turned off VSync, so it really wasn't that bad. Brand new patches available. Optimize the underwater terrain. All right. Please, computer, please, I am begging you. Anything, just literally just work. Please. Martha's dead. View all. You know what? I'm just gonna raid someone who's playing Martha's Dead. That's what I'm doing. Because I don't know what to do with why it's being so fucking laggy. I don't know who this person is. Oh wait, it's a different language. Never mind. They're a Portuguese streamer. Let's find someone who speaks English. Marina Drag. I love watching drag queens play horror games. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna raid Marina Drag.